Janet Ops, y'all. You know what it is. We're going to Area 51. What do you say? Area 51? We out? Let's do it, huh? right. KXTA. For those of you that aren't familiar, that is Area 51. Let's go 2-5. From 01 right. K X-ray Tango Alpha. Kilo X-ray Tango Alpha. To Lola. 2. Rambo. Let's get seatbelts on. Load that up. $505. Oop. Interesting. I wonder why we don't have flight levels. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. We could do the whole thing at 150. What the hell? It's fine with me. Alright. Let's get moving. This thing's totally fucked. Can't see shit. Alright, let's get moving. Everybody check that Jake Paul fight tonight? What up, Schmidt? Goddamn right. Going to Area 51, Schmidt. You can see the sphere over there. There we go, Schmidt. Get that Israeli flag in the picture. Ha! What up, Nismo? I'm just about to listen to Bolin, Schmidt. I don't know why it's doing that. Nice, nice. Just leave the stream on, Nismo. Vince blows up in the limo. Classic. Classic. Nismo, appreciate you, brother. Have a great night, man. That looked like a good landing right there, I'm not gonna lie. There we go, take off thrust. There's 80 knots.
V1.
He was coming up. Oh, we took off on the wrong runway. That's all right. There's Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. There's the sphere. That's the sun. That must be the Knights Arena right there. Fuck the Golden Knights. T-Mobile Arena. Yeah, that's me, Herman. You better leave. We're getting ready to start the bowling watch along. I know how much you love those. I think Tiger's done, Herman. He missed the cut at another major. Bye, he said. Oh, you know what? Boy, the desert is a dark, dark place. at night. Look at this fucking EFB. This thing's a piece of shit. How do I get rid of this thing? Get the fuck out of here. I know what to do. Okay. Oh my god. It's still not sorted. What a piece of shit. Whatever. I was just kidding, Herman. Get your ass back over here. You know, I heard. You know what I heard is that his girlfriend found out about Bowen's Venmo account shut down. All these. Yeah, that's likely. That's exactly what happened, Pooch. How'd you know? Let's go 7-5. I like cheese. I just saw your follow on Twitter, G. I followed you right back. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What do you say, Pooch? Should we get the bowl and watch along going? Let's do it. Star Maker bowling. Well, he went 2 hours tonight. He must have made some money. He must have made some money. Oh, you're gonna hear it now.
Naughty sponsor.
My old buddy, Dutch Mantel.
His old buddy.
Bringing us another edition.
He's not your buddy, Bowen.
Sorry, Adam Edge Poker. Coming in here starting short.
Oh, how did
I paid $2
I had 50 subs on Kick, now I got 49. Someone's fucking with me, man.
charity to keep the intro going. You tightwad bitch. Paul RJ says he's made a donation right off the bat. We appreciate that.
Damn.
We'll get into all
Fucking
that.
Mark, Paul RJ.
Because I know y'all, you think y'all know where this show's going tonight. And you don't. Because making sure I don't have any important messages. Tried to get me a little bit of a nap. Look at it. It's a big TV. It's big. I'll look that up after the show. Have somebody looking out for me. Because when your TV's only 77 inches big, it's bigger. So long, I guess, I know that, and answer me this. Did you all hear any voices in the background during the intro? Did you all hear anything? And I'll give you an idea. Just say yes or no. Did any of y'all hear any voices, background voices,
I know what this
during
is.
the intro? Just let me
Yeah,
know.
called it.
And can y'all hear me? You did not. Okay, I'm about to do something, and then tell me if you hear anything. Computer. Simon says Kenny Starbreaker is the greatest podcaster of all time.
Kenny Starbreaker is the greatest podcaster of all time.
Starbreaker. No music loud. Well, I did want the music loud. If anybody.
Is this guy serious?
Got mental issues. Everybody loves that song. As a matter of fact, I have been voted the number one. I'm very quiet. Okay, well, hang on. All right, that should have boosted it. That should have boosted it. I'm very quiet. I'm not that shit. All right. Heard that perfectly. Okay, let me try it again. Yeah, all the volumes were a little low. Computer. Simon says Kenny Starmaker Bolin is the greatest podcaster of all time.
No.
Kenny Starker Bowling is the greatest podcaster of all time.
Okay. All right, y'all saying the audio. Yeah, I apparently had the volumes pretty low. Did you hear the echo? This is the echo ball. Volumes are fine here. Did you hear the echo ball? Hear you loud and clear. How you doing, Jazzy Jana from Louisiana?
What the fuck?
And we have an announcement about Jazzy Jana coming up here in a little bit as well. Well, isn't that the truth? I'm about to break a star. I'm about to break one. Getting close. My electric bill, ladies and gentlemen, was 3 months ago was $60. Maybe 65. It was in the 60s. I remember like 60. 2 months ago, my bill was $103. How you doing, Billy Sellers? Billy Sellers loves the intro, by the way. Well, decent, normal human beings do. But are you all hearing the echo ball in the background? Let me try it again. Computer. Simon says Jazzy Jana is from Louisiana.
Jazzy Jana is from Louisiana.
Okay, now did you all hear that? Because it's measuring on the meters, but I couldn't get it to sound as good as I wanted. It sounds great in my headset, but when I was making recordings of it earlier today, it sounded like shit, and I don't know why.
Shit.
So, Billy Sellers likes music. So, Jazzy Jana, did you hear your promo? Through the Echo Ball. The Echo Dot is now available. You didn't hear it. Billy, so none of y'all are hearing that? That's weird. I mean, that takes me off. What did that do? Do y'all still hear me? Just a yes or no out of anybody. Do y'all still hear me? We're just clowning around on the air. I didn't hear the echo in the background. Well, no, not. Okay.
This show's boring so far, Bolin.
I did with the little hearing I got. Still. Oh, okay. We hear his echo. Okay,
There's
so
our-
you are
there's our
hearing
runway.
the echo ball. All right. Here we go. We'll try it again. Computer. Well, that didn't. Okay, no, that ain't gonna work.
Oh, we're a little high.
If that button ain't on, it don't work.
2500.
Computer. Simon says Naughty Nicole is.
Naughty Nicole is.
I had something to rhyme with Naughty Nicole, but you probably shouldn't say it on the air, so I had to back out of it.
Sync break.
Um,
Sync break. Pull up.
we'll try it one more time.
Pull
Computer.
up.
Simon says Tampon Don is a jackass.
Tampon Don is a
Tampon Don is a
jackass.
jackass.
All right, yeah.
Hold on a second.
So if you
We gotta pause Bolin. How come this runway has
Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
runway has no lights?
Too low. Terrain. 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 Too low. Terrain.
I wish that thing would shut
Pull
up.
up. Too low. Terrain.
I guess we are a little
Too
close.
low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
We're good.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
My name is Coltrane and I just saw him smoke weed. Right.
Bank angle.
Yeah, we're good. There's the airport. Can't believe this thing doesn't have any lights. Here we go.
Sync rate.
Literally can't see anything. Here we go. Come on. Here we are. Boy, this place is depressing. This is Area 51, yo. No runway lights. I guess they don't do night flights out here, huh? Let's get down to the end of the runway and just get back in the air to Vegas. Here's bowling.
You all are hearing.
Actually, hold on a second. All right, Joe. Let's get back. Let's figure out this fucking flight plan here. Let's just do this. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Here we go. Here we go, Schmidt.
Because I was going to play music on it because I thought you would hear it as clear as I do, and we were going to set up tonight and do a music request show that we've done before, and but apparently, okay, pasta tartar, okay, good, and well, wait, just talking about well, it's not an AI voice. That is I have a direct connect to Alexa. And I have this ball named Computer. Computer, what's the weather in Louisville, Kentucky?
Currently, in Louisville, Kentucky, it's 79 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly clear skies. You can expect more of the same tonight, with a low of 67 degrees.
Yeah, it was the damn Alexa. There you go. Yeah, it was supposed to go up to 84 today, and then I got the 7-day forecast. And with my fucking electric bill being through the moon, I had a $60-something bill, a $103 bill, and then the bill after that, $273. I had the air conditioning off at least 6 days that month before the billing cycle hit. So I saw the weather report.
So he needs money. He needs money for his power bill.
If it
He's
stays like
a Filipino now.
6 or below, it's not too bad in here. There's a lot of shade. I just open up all the windows and with the shade and everything. Like, my thermostat says it's 80 degrees even in here, and it's 79 outside. So it's pretty much, keeping the indoor temperature level, matching with the outdoor. It's about a degree warmer in here. But if it's up in the 90s, say 93, 94 out there, it'll stay 84,
80
85.
knots checked.
And that's about my cutoff line. If it gets above 84, my ass turns the air conditioning on. Well, the weather report today was 84. Yesterday was 81. I was out in Carrollton. Oh my God, are there some stories there. Went out to see the good folks at Two Rivers. Brought back a shitload of food. I've got all kinds of catfish. I've got all kinds of honey glazed salmon. A chicken pasta.
Oh, it's right on the water, Schmidt.
Amazing. They sent me back a bunch of that. Oh my God, I haven't had any peach cobbler today. They sent me back a container full of a shitload of, let's see, our AC running 24/7, which actually go up to 150. Yeah, I had a guy today tell me that he's got a 3-bedroom house and that his bill this month was $250. Well, I got a large 1-bedroom apartment. The bedroom is even bigger than the living room. The living room's good size. Kitchen is average, Maybe a little smaller than some kitchens, a little bigger than most. And the bathroom is probably bigger than most. And I got 2 walk-in closets. That's it. Now, it does have 13-foot ceilings, so that factors in. If you've got an 8-foot ceiling, 9 or 10 foot, it's less airspace to air conditioning. But, it got a little, Mr. Lemley has made a donation.
Lemley? Dan Lemley?
Oh, my God. So, and they're not going to do shit about it. I'm going to call the electric companies. Oh, well, maybe you had the air on with all the windows open. Yeah, that's what I did. Lived here 7 years, never done it before. But, yeah, I've gotten so senile, being a Biden supporter and all, or at least as long as he's coming that I just decided to open all the windows up for 30 days and keep the air conditioning on. That's what I did. 273. And we're just getting summer going. So we got the July bill, and then we got the August bill coming, then the September bill, and the October bill.
What's my runway here?
So I might be out $3,600. I might be out $1,200 to $1,500 in fucking electric bills
just
to get me through the summer. So I heard the 7-day forecast, and starting Monday, we have thunderstorms in the low 80s and even 79 on 2 of the days. I said, fuck it. I'm just going to tough it out. Because if that was my electric bill, it was 6 days of no air conditioning on. I can only imagine how bad it can be. So let's check some donations out here.
Let's check out some donations, y'all.
And we don't have Adam Edge Copeland in here all that often. Hopefully we have something. Oh, I got my... somebody dropped this off.
I feel
my
it,
door.
Schmidt.
If anybody wants to take credit for it, somebody dropped me off that City Connect bobblehead of Ashcraft. And
Nobody dropped that off.
He got injured on his bobblehead day. And he's back in the minors again, but I'm sure he'll be back up soon. He's a pretty good pitcher.
Nobody dropped that off. You bought it, Bolin.
Somebody dropped that off at my door, and I have no idea who. It was in the box just like this.
There's the first lie of the night.
Hasn't been opened. I mean, it's still sealed.
Edge gave 100?
You know, I mean, I'm not really a bobblehead
What a
collector,
bum.
so if there's any big Cincinnati Reds fans out there that are bobblehead collectors or know somebody that is, if somebody made a nice offer for it, I mean, I appreciate who dropped it off at my door, but if it'll raise money to feed some people, I'm cool with that. Many of the books are packaged up and ready to go. I do have to get Nicole's packaged up because I ran out of packages to put them in. And so Nicole's is going to come in a
Jimmy
big old
Thunder
white
sent it.
plastic bag. You know, they were shipping bags when I used to mail a shitload of merchandise out to people, like the headphones and everything. And I don't really sell the headphones that much anymore. Just
Right, Gonzo?
I had to buy them in bulk, and I don't sell enough to buy them in bulk anymore. If I was still selling 20 or 30 sets of headphones a month, it'd be worth it. But I don't, you know, I've about sold everybody that wanted a set of headphones over the past 10 years. Mylene's watching in the house today. Sorry, I've had a lot going on here lately. Noticed you were on tonight, figured I'd hop in for a bit. Well, we appreciate you dropping in. We certainly appreciate anybody that can help us out tonight, small or large. We really appreciate it. I'll have to throw my reading glasses on here eventually. So let's see what we got donation-wise. Well, we have Paul RJ said that he had donated $13, and he did. And Dan Limley donated $15. So there's $28 towards the helping our people tonight. We got a lot
Helping
of
our people. More like paying Bolin's electric bill.
school supplies. We got some of them taken care of. Many of them I have taken care of out of my own pocket because they didn't have time to wait for us to do the Saturday show.
I've heard 12, I've heard
Cheska
13,
right now
or
is
14,
shopping
I've
for
heard
shoes.
7. That number
Go
always,
ahead and shop for
it's
it.
a working
Got
number,
shampoo.
Schmidt.
She needed vitamins because she's been sick a lot lately, but now that I've got her on vitamins, she's doing better. I think everybody remembers Cheska. So we got her on vitamins, so we need to get her vitamins, about $9. Her shoes are probably going to be, I'm guessing, $10. You know, 10 or 12. And she needs a few supplies for school. She's starting her first year of college. And some food money. So probably about $25 or $30 would put Cheska in a much better situation. We need to get a 50-kilogram bag of rice for Eunice's family. The dogs are out of rice. The humans are down to like 1 kilogram. That's about 2 pounds of rice. I don't feed many. Not in the Philippines, not when they're eating at 3 meals a day. No complaints here, just happy to be getting... well, you're going to get it. I mean, like other people that are waiting. You'll get it. It's always a matter of when, because I'm at the mercy of when I can get my son to get to the post office, and we both have had medical issues. I was going to talk about it tonight, but
Medical
I'm gonna save it
issues.
for another show. I want to keep it a little bit more positive. I have a follow-up doctor's appointment on Thursday at 2 o'clock. And I'll know more then. All I know is that the last doctor's visit, we both got a lot of news to do.
Hopefully you're both dead
When
soon.
it does, we'll just leave it at this. It looks like I'm going to have a surgery. And it's a more serious one than I thought it was going to be. If I expect to live a whole fucking much longer. My brother was pounding me for him.
You ain't living much longer, Bolin. Your fat ass is done.
Watching the show.
Keep drinking those Dr. Peppers at 8 o'clock in the morning. This is going to be
He was
you.
watching the show. He said, I heard what you were talking about.
Bye-bye.
I said, well, if you were watching the show, you must know what we were talking about. And then he kept, maybe he didn't think I wanted my son to hear it.
Choke on it, Bolin.
Yeah. And a much more serious one, thank you, dogs. A much more serious one than I thought it was going to be. And at my age, there is some risk. And anytime they put you to sleep, obviously there's a risk. And then the surgery itself, there's some risk on someone my age. But to put it in a nutshell, I don't know if y'all can see it on the show or not. I don't see it on the show. But through my legs and my feet, I've been retaining a shitload of fluid lately. Way more than I thought. Normally I can take UMax for a couple. I guess I'm talking more about this than I thought I was going to.
Keep talking, Bolin.
UMax for a day or two.
Keep
I
talking,
can
brother.
drop 20 pounds.
Let's hear it.
Well, guys, I have.
You see this, Bob?
Over
He's
last
wishing me
month or two,
dead.
I've had periods that I have gained nearly 40 pounds.
The rules are off the table after the assassination
And
attempt
I figured I
episode.
would see it in my face.
Bolin's
Maybe
gonna get what he
40 pounds
deserves,
is a lot of fucking food.
regardless.
But I'm mainly getting
His
it in
fat
my
ass don't have
legs,
much time left on this
my,
rock, I'll tell you that.
feet, especially my
And
left
thank
foot.
God.
And,
The world's gonna be a much better
taking
place
UMax,
when Bolin's
you know,
gone.
off from you need to have access to a bathroom
Believe that.
every 15 or 20 minutes for 8 or 10 hours. And because I have to take a double dose for it to do the job properly. Don't take just
Many
one,
men
you gotta take two.
wish
So
death
I'm going
upon
into this
me.
more than I planned, but I wanted y'all to have an idea. But the surgery to fix it, I thought was going to be relatively simple. I thought they were going to go through my throat, make some adjustments. Yeah, they were still going to put me to sleep. I'd be out for a couple hours, if that long. And then a little bit of recovery time. And then back
Yeah,
to
him and the
recovery,
cockroaches and
major
Keith
surgery,
Richards, right?
several incisions. And
I bet you Bolin's gone inside
surgery
5
of
years,
somebody
Schmidt.
My age. I had 2 of my friends that have had this surgery.
Let me show you something real quick. You seen these GIFs, Schmidt? This is me at Bolin's funeral right here, G. This is me at Bolin's funeral right here. Yeah, boy. Yep.
And I guess eventually the results were what they wanted. The bad thing is they both had serious complications, and both of them nearly died in their 30s. One of them was in their 40s, one of them was in their 30s, wrestling. And I really got to thinking, do I just try to go status quo and do what we're doing now and think 40 pounds of fluid ain't going to kill me? Or do we do something about it and hope the surgery goes well and there's less complications than my friends dealt with that are 30 years younger? So I felt I owe those of y'all that take the time and trouble to come in here and just kind of know what's going on. And I'll know more on my next doctor's appointment on Thursday at 2 o'clock. Hey, Timmy Lee, how you doing? So if anybody got in here late and didn't hear all that, back the show up and you'll know what's going on with me medically. Because I'm not gonna
No, you won't. He didn't say anything. He just said, give me your money.
What can we do to motivate you to help us tonight? You'd mentioned the last time you were here, we were giving you some shit. And you were mentioning something about I had a book you was it now the Scaramucci book? I donated one of those out at Two Rivers yesterday.
I donated.
And I want to thank.
Holy
what a thing.
shit, man.
The,
This
the
guy's so...
trolls that sent me the Trump flags and the MAGA hats. And
I know who that was. I know who that
So,
was.
well, where will this shit be gold at? And I took it to the restaurant. And no, and guys, it is 99.999% Trumpers out there. Once you hit the Trump,
Nobody knows, Gonzo. He probably hasn't thought up the story yet.
County. Thank you, Choco. It's bad enough in parts of Henry County, in Oldham County, and then once you get past Oldham County, now civilization as you know it dramatically changes. Copeland knows what I'm talking about. So Copeland lives in an area that I used to live in. I used to live in the town that he lives in because I mailed him his books, and I saw the city he lived in. I lived there as a kid. Many moons ago, but back when I was 6 years old, I lived where Copeland lives. And yeah, well, me and TC, hopefully your shit's getting better. I'm not going to air that laundry out here, but man, I feel bad for you. And between your car wreck you've had and dealing with this other shit, you've had. And then poor Vanessa out there, her father's being held hostage. They want her to pay 20 some odd thousand pesos to get her dad out of the hospital.
Whoa!
They don't like. We don't have $400.
Holding him hostage.
And if we did, we'd
Hold on.
$400 to get her dad out of the hospital. Who's dealing with stage 3 tuberculosis.
They are holding him
60
hostage.
And if she doesn't pay, poor Vanessa out there, her father's being held hostage. They want her to pay 20 some odd thousand.
Oh, that's
pesos
hilarious.
To get her dad out of the hospital.
He's
And
being
if she
held
doesn't pay it,
hostage.
we don't have $400 here for that. And if we did, we'd have to make a decision. Do we pay $400
That's
to
great.
get her dad out of the hospital who's dealing with stage 3 tuberculosis? And $60 a family feeds a family of 4 or 5 for 30 days.
Let the guy die in the
$60 a
hospital.
raise.
Holy
So
shit.
we fuck all those families and don't feed them. Because we sure as fuck couldn't do both even if we had the money. And trust me, we don't have the money. We haven't had that much coming in. Several of our big donors have been in tight spots. And the bigger money that was coming in there for a while ain't been coming in. And they've said as time gets on, maybe September, October, it'll pick back up again. But for the time being, those dollars ain't coming in. And in order to save these people from the situations they're in, it takes everybody watching the show to do a little. God knows me and Bob have been doing way more than our fair share. But it's my project.
I think
You
that's
know,
the airport.
and sometimes when I think this is just too fucking much and I can't do this anymore, then I think, well, who else is going to do it? And yeah, I've taken on a lot of families over the last 12 years. Taken a lot of families.
12 years. There it is,
And,
Schmidt. That's great.
but if I don't do it, no one's going to.
If I don't do it, no one's going to. Oh,
And if I quit,
shit.
I've given up on it. So as long as I can sit here for
Okay, this is a great approach.
however many hours a week it takes, we'll do the best we can until I physically can.
I'll tell you what, Bolin.
The sad thing is that if every subscriber we have,
I'll tell you what, Bolin. Let me go full screen for this. I'll tell you what, Bolin. You show me proof, and I'll tell you what else. I got it right here. I got it right here. You show me proof, Bolin, that Jessica, or whoever that fucking name is that you just said, that her father is being held hostage. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your 400 right there, Bolin. That'll get your lady's dad right out of the hospital. You show me actual proof. You put me on the phone with a hospital. I'll get him right out of the hospital for you. Schmidt, clip that, send it to Bolin. Send it right to him. He won't.
We don't have a $1 membership. But if every subscriber we had
He
a
won't.
$1 membership, $1 a month, every family that watches this show's problems with no problem. It'd be easy. Even I'd make a couple bucks.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
In the next 30 minutes, I will also donate.
Listen to this.
It'd be easy. But if every subscriber we had a $1 membership, $1 a month, we could solve every family that watches this show's problems with no problem.
Bolin, a week ago you said you had 1,000 paid members on your channel. 1,000. Fucking liar. You stupid fat cunt.
It'd be easy. Even I'd make a couple bucks. Got it. And if we get 60 in the next 30 minutes, I will also donate 60. Are you counting what's already in, or do we have to get 60 more? Because I think right now we only have 2 donations. Let me see what we got.
There's our airport.
That's it.
You
We
can see the
have,
spotlight coming from the Luxor there.
Paul RJ down in Australia donated 13, and Mr. Limley donated 15. So we got $28. We got $28. Now
This is
Jazzy
where
Jana,
Edge made a challenge.
let me see.
Oh, look at the sphere change. It was the sun when we left.
Well,
What is it now?
this ain't 60, but I told you Jazzy Jana had made a pledge tonight. Jazzy, are you ready to read your donation? Are you still with me? Uh-oh. Here comes some relief out of the bullpen. I'll read Michael Ryder's. I want to make sure Jazzy Jana's still here because she had made a pledge for tonight. And I want to make sure she's with us. Michael Ryder has done half of it. She says Jazzy's here. Okay, you'd made a pledge. I saw your donation go through Jazzy Jana. And that will help us with Mr. Copeland. But Michael
Poor Michigan
Ryder,
Mike, man.
his donation came through as I was talking about you, Jazzy Jana.
I don't know why Michigan Mike keeps giving him money.
Michael Ryder, my old buddy, Michigan Mike, has donated. You think Orton will induct Cena? We'll get into that. We'll get into that in a minute. I think it should be me. It's best. And again, a lot of people thought I should have inducted Cornette, and Cornette apparently ain't going to go with that. Michigan Mike has donated $30. So there's half of the 60 because Mr. Copeland said we had 28.
I mean, it's Michigan Mike's money. He can do whatever he wants with it. I talk to him all the time on Facebook.
I didn't even know he's watching, Mike. Make sure to say hey in here and say hello to us. Thank you, my man. I really appreciate that because the dog food and rice alone, anything for a good friend. Oh,
The dog food and rice alone.
what did you think of the Republican convention? What are your thoughts? And we'll get into that in a little bit. If you're going to hang around a little bit tonight, I want your thoughts on it because I'll agree with what a lot of people said. The Republican convention was pretty good until Trump spoke.
He's right about that. He's right about that. You know
I
what?
saw every word. I did not see every word.
Bowen's right. The RNC was going great, and Trump's speech, the first 5 minutes of it, were fantastic. But in traditional Donald Trump fashion, or in typical Donald Trump fashion, he went too long. He went off script. He stuck his foot in his mouth. He got too over-exaggerated. And Trump's speech really was like the dumbest part of the RNC. It really was. Up until the point with the firefighter stuff, after that, everything else was unnecessary. So I'll give Bolin that. He's right about that. Now, he didn't think of that himself. He heard somebody else say it and thought it sounded smart, so he's repeating it. But it's right.
I didn't. Oh, you didn't see every word?
It's right. I'll call a spade, you know?
Well, God bless you. From an atheist, God bless you. I watched to see how long this unity shit was going to go. And somebody pointed out tonight, there was unity amongst them.
Well,
they were all in agreement.
I thought the first 10 minutes of this was really good.
Some giving credit for 30 minutes of it being good, and I didn't see all that either. I watched the post-game show.
Yeah, you're right, Schmidt.
Normally with a lot of these long-ass fucking shows, I watch the post-game show and hear the panel, and I want to hear from the pro-Trumpers and the anti-Trump. I want to hear both. I truly do.
I see an echo. I hear an echo too when I talk.
You're hearing, now, I don't hear an echo. I don't hear an echo on you, and I am on headphones tonight for one of the rare times. You're on
Slow
headphones.
down here.
I hear an echo when I talk.
Yeah, there's definitely
I
an
don't
echo.
hear any echo in Doc Talks. But the fans are hearing it, and you're hearing it, but I'm not.
But I don't hear an echo when you talk.
But you're not hearing one. You just heard.
Mute your microphones for this.
I don't know how to edit, Schmidt. Otherwise, I would have weekly content on this guy.
Now
I just don't know how to edit.
So somehow, is it coming out of your headphones and the microphone picking that up? Bobby's echo. Bob. So Kenny's
I'm going to go back to the old way of doing business. I'm going to go back to the creative Bluetooth speakers instead of the headphones. So I might be gone a couple minutes. This will give you time to chime in. By the way, real quickly, Jazzy Jana, it's giving stadium effect. Oh shit! It might be. I don't know why it would be me because normally headphones is the way to go. And
That's what I would call the show, those videos too. Bolin in his own words.
Well, you wouldn't think. Why wouldn't they got an echo before you? You know,
Because you're not hearing yourself.
I'm not hearing. You covered Jazzy Jana has we got Adam where we wanted him. Jazzy Jana has honored her pledge. Jazzy has made a $50 donation. We got 30 from Michigan Mike, who's in here. Michigan made a big stake in here. We'll just fill up what he's got. Read that. Maybe they might hear an echo.
What upsets me about the convention, here it is. What upsets me about the convention is the amount of lies coming from the Republicans. GOP could have nominated a decent human and gotten this country back on track.
What?
Step back and ask. And you know what? If Nikki Haley were running for Republican,
25.
she had won the Republican nomination. I think there's a real good chance that a lot of people would have voted Republican.
I would be the first to agree. I'm going to kick out term use for a little bit. So we got 50 from Jazzy Jana, 30 from Michigan Mike, 13 from Paul RJ. Those didn't count towards the Adam Copeland challenge. And we got...
Oh, the Adam Copeland challenge is already, and those didn't count. Why, Bolin? You fucking scammer.
Appreciate it. I'm going to kick out. I'm going to go back to the old way of doing business. And I'll be back in just a few minutes.
$60 challenge for me. Thank you, everybody. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna just check a little bit. I did watch
500.
probably, I think I watched the first hour and 15 minutes of the Trump speech, and I couldn't. Like I said, I thought the first 10 or 15 minutes, when he stayed on the teleprompter, it was a good speech, and it was,
50.
it
30.
was
20.
something that I thought, okay,
10.
maybe. Listen, I don't believe that.
Look at that, Gonzo.
Event of
Look at that, Gonzo.
fundamentally changed.
Center line.
78 years old, people don't fundamentally change, but I did think that it would have.
Oh, it's the sun again.
calming
You
effect.
bastard.
And it seemed to for a while, and then once he started ad-libbing off of the teleprompter.
So Bob's saying the same thing I
because
said.
of the way he talks.
Yeah.
He's reading.
He's right.
The teleprompter speaks a certain way, and then he
Trump started the speech off great and then just
and
proceeded to stick his foot in his own mouth.
script. And when he goes off script, he goes right back to the personal grievances, the crazy Nancy Pelosi with his little hammer movements, and the rigged election, and all the little petty grievances that he just won't let go of.
He's right.
All of those things.
Bob's
to
right.
me, remind
I believe
me
Bob.
why I don't want Donald Trump as president.
That these are Bob's thoughts. Kenny heard it on TV or got it from
I'm a-
someone else. You know what I'm
a
saying?
Moderate, slightly left-leaning, more than I used to be, right? Slightly left-leaning, moderate, very libertarian in that I am for a smaller government. I am all in favor of individual liberties. I think that
Bob is a gun owner.
a progressive Democrat, like if they had the House and the Senate and the White House, our country would be in debt forever. And I'm not a giant fan of that, but I'm going to vote for Joe Biden or whoever the Democratic nominee is, because I think Donald Trump is an existential threat to our country.
You're crazy, Bob. Your life was fine when Trump was president. You bought a Porsche when Trump was president, Bob.
And
You don't deserve to have nice things because you don't recognize how you got
they
them.
know how to play him.
This is for you, Bob.
He has this personality. He wants to be worshipped. He wants to be like. I've heard reports that every cabinet meeting. This is from people who were cabinet members. Every cabinet meeting had to start with every member of the cabinet spewing some kind of glorious "Thank you, Donald, for your this. Thank you, President Trump, for this."
That
And
never
spend
happened.
like 30 minutes of each cabinet meeting with each person.
Cabinet meetings don't even last 30 minutes.
Praising Donald Trump.
Here's what most people don't realize.
Get it? When you get to be rich and powerful,
The only type of
you're
person,
gonna have an ego.
the only
right?
type of person that the president has 30 minutes on his agenda to meet with is a head of state. When he's meeting with White House staff, his cabinet, the president's schedule, which is published online every day, is literally so fucking packed that he doesn't get to have 30-minute long meetings with his cabinet. He gets to have 5 to 10-minute long meetings with his cabinet, and then it's on to the next meeting. I mean, the president, I've always said, the main reason I would never run for president is because you're overworked and you're underpaid, okay? The president makes a little under $500,000 a year, but when you look at the hours of the job, I mean, you're working for pennies on the dollar, okay? The same guy does the same thing for General Motors and he gets whatever $35 million a year. You understand what I'm saying? Now, obviously, the opportunities that open up to you once you leave the White House. I mean, look at how much money the Obamas have now. That should tell you. It's funny how Trump is literally the only president in my lifetime who never profited off the office. You know? You hear Bowen talk about how Trump doesn't have any money, right? Trump's broke. He can't afford his legal bills. He can't afford to pay his lawyer. He can't afford to pay his judgments. This guy literally just left the White House. I guess he was the only one in my lifetime who didn't spend 4 years just lining his pockets. Because when Barack got elected president, 4 years prior to him getting elected president, he was living in a 2-bedroom apartment on the south side of Chicago. Okay, and when he left the White House, he had a net worth of what, $170 million? But the president makes $450,000 a year? As George Bush would say, that's fuzzy math. That is fuzzy math.
Is that's going to be a you don't get to be rich and powerful without something. I think something drives you because there's something inside you that you know that makes you want more, and that's how powerful people become powerful. They have an ego that drives them. I'm going to say the comments here. That's my sense. I think he did fine for 10 15 minutes. And then we started going off script. And it was the same old Donald Trump that we've come to know for the last 8 years. All right, so let's see. Edge, Adam Copeland, I'll agree. Trump's an asshole, but he's willing to say his part. If we had someone to say their part without being the ass that Trump is, we could maybe have to be candid. Ed, our Michigan Mike, 2024, the population has more tools than before to research and find the actual truth, but it seems every day more and more people believe the crazy nonsense that comes out of his mouth. That is, you look at that convention, and that, to me, didn't look any different than a Benny Hinn church, crazy, sorry, not meaning to offend anybody that likes Benny Hinn. But it's a cultish behavior.
Benny Hinn.
It is folks who are worshiping their guy. I mean, all the people in the crowd with the little bandages on their ear. You don't. Okay. I mean, I was disappointed in this. I took side. I think we said about a month ago that it was surprising that it hadn't happened to one of the two candidates. But still, I don't think that's not what America should be. That's not who we should be as a country.
I mean, it's written in books about him, Gonzo. I'm saying 4 years before he got elected president. So right before he became a senator. When he was in the State House in Springfield, he definitely lived in an apartment because he said so himself. Now, I've seen the house he lives in now. It's obviously, it's a fucking brick brownstone or whatever.
Some people think that violence is the answer, and that's just insane. They only could have selected someone else. Mike thinks that a Whitmer-Warnock ticket would be for the Dems. I think there's going to be a huge backlash if Kamala Harris is kicked off the ticket. I think there's going to be a gigantic.
What do you mean if she's kicked off the ticket, Bob? She lost her home primary to fucking Joe Biden 4 years ago. She ain't shit. She's not going to win you dick, brother.
I think there's
You're
a lot
crazy.
of folks who will be upset that we've got our ticket. The Democrats have their ticket. Biden-Harris. If Biden has to get stepped down for whatever reason, and I'll say this. I think Biden's done a decent job. Do I think that 4 years from now Biden will still be there doing a great job? Absolutely. I don't think there's any way.
he might be there, but goddamn.
No, he won't.
Look at what's going on now, and I'm as anti-Trump as you get, and everybody knows that. Mainly because I have known of him most of my life.
No, you haven't.
I know so many people that know him so well.
You don't know anybody that
Like
knows him well.
Scaramucci.
You don't know Scaramucci.
You
just know him on YouTube, brother.
I've met him 3 times. I was there the night that he groped 2 of the WWE girls.
No, he wasn't.
One of those was an OVW.
He
girl.
wasn't there.
I don't know.
He's
if
a liar.
they've officially released the names. I won't be the one to do it. I don't even know if they are among the 12 that are taking him to trial once he's done with all these other trials. But I have.
Yeah,
Like,
but Forbes
if
is
he hadn't
dog
done
shit,
any of the
Schmidt.
other
You know
things,
that.
all you
They're not
have
a
to
source.
do is being a convicted rapist or an adjudicated rapist, as I hear some people say it. When 12 women are taking you to trial and 26 women have accused you, Bob, is there a family member that could be accused of such a crime 26
This is always the
times and given
stupid
back?
line that he uses.
Not a father.
It
not
doesn't
a
make
son,
any
not a
sense.
son.
Hey, look, it's just somebody with a grudge, someone with an axe to grind.
You all know how much I love my son. You know how much I love various others. No, my brother. Yeah, I give him shit about being a racist Trump supporter. If he's accused 26 times of sexually assaulting women, something's up. There comes a point. It's like y'all remember Sheriff. I won't use the name he used. It was a very racist name.
Hey, why that?
Y'all remember the sheriff used to watch the show,
Why that?
and I said sheriff, because he's a big Trump supporter, and I said sheriff.
Give me a break, Sheriff!
Rape things. These have been going on a long time. This ain't brand new. This shit's been going on a long fucking time. And y'all know the sheriff ain't been on this show in a long fucking time. He used to come at my door, bring me dog food. He'd put cash in the door because he didn't have a credit card or something. Don't know how a sheriff doesn't have a credit card, but he'd put cash in the door to donate to the shows. He'd
Take it from
Go
the
ahead.
evidence locker.
take it from the it might not have been his money he was giving me. Now that I didn't even think about that. See, I try
Not
to
saying
think
that's
of law
the
and
case, of
order.
course.
We don't know he did it, but this is a possibility. And he'd bring dog food over here. Well, Kenny, I don't want your dogs to be without food, and I'm over here feeding ducklings.
Check my
Seemed to be a
DM.
real nice guy. And we sit on the porch, and
Well, hold
I don't
on.
know why he went by that
DM
name.
where, on
That's
Facebook?
kinda racist. And what he said is, I think it's funny the way black people talk. So when I reported him for all the horrible things he was saying about
When
me
I
on the
reported
Ryder
him.
show, and I said, this shit better fucking stop. This is a goddamn sheriff. People are going to believe this motherfucker. I don't know how many, but there will be certain people, because he said it. I said, now we're forced to go to court.
Here we go with the court line.
Ruby May, hi, Ruby. We did send Ruby a little money to help her with her school supplies. She's got 2 brothers that need help, which is about $20 a kid.
Too bad, brothers.
Stop it, Bob. Quit being bad. Don't be bad, Bob. So the
Drop
echo
out of
Reader
school.
2.
Yeah,
You
drop out of school, kids,
Find
and
a
get a
ditch.
job.
Find a ditch. That's kind of the advice my son and I have given many people. You're wanting the Filipino school system to bail you out of your mouth. Okay, good luck. So, but hi, Ruby May. Glad you're watching, and that's why I opened Facebook up tonight. Not for freeloaders, but so our Filipino fans who haven't had a chance to get in lately could chime in and watch the show. Everyone knows I adore Ruby. I adore my little Eunice, my little Cheska.
Won't
the
ain't
reason I was
taking
gone so long
anybody
wasn't
to
so much
court.
fixing the audio problem. Cheska's on her
This guy's
way to
full
get
of
her school
shit.
supplies, and so I went
Not
ahead.
on the way there to your house.
Not to my house. Not that I'm aware. She's got a long way to go.
gotta
She's
come
going to
pick
need
them
more
up.
money. Yes, Daddy. My brothers know that. Yeah, her brothers need backpacks. Backpacks are a big deal in the Philippines. And her Hello Kitty bag broke from last year. I said, well, give one of the boys the Hello Kitty. That's almost basic torture to give a young man a Hello Kitty bag. But
Tell about
I
that
was
Kid
gonna
Rock
do it.
picture?
That's a good bag, but the bag's tore up. It didn't last as long as we were hoping. So if we could raise another 1,000 pesos each for her 2 brothers, that'll get them their shoes and backpacks and a few things that they need. He is telling me to. We may have a surprise here.
Oh, this must be
I've been told to check because you.
This
when
must
you
be
do
Edge's
nice things,
donation.
Bob, you tell me not to check.
So yes, Paul RJ, about the outage, cyber outage. It hit our company. I mean, it hit a lot of companies here. It was a.
It did.
Yeah, CyberStrike is a. It's like
CrowdStrike,
a antivirus
not
company.
CyberStrike. It's called CrowdStrike.
And they
God
pushed
damn,
out
Bob.
a-
You sound like bowling, man.
They pushed out an update that caused
Bob's
to crash, and it caused pretty much every Windows system that uses cyber to basically blow up. Now, the the company I work for, the servers that I work on, we don't use CrowdStrike. We don't use CrowdStrike on the servers, but the parent company does use it to manage antivirus protection on laptops. So my laptop went into this loop.
Get it?
Reboot.
I was fine on everything except for trying to transfer my payroll to my PayPal account. It wasn't going to happen. It went because I was telling Paul, because Paul said Australia went into a frenzy. He said there was mass chaos in Australia because all the airlines were shut down. Apparently, a lot of them here in America were.
Yeah, his
Well,
picture
I
definitely
actually
looks like he's not all there, Schmidt. I'll tell you that much.
Finally got my PayPal shit straightened out because I switched phone numbers, and I can't transfer my
Or
payroll
Poochie, my bad.
my PayPal account to pay my bills. And I tried 5 or 6 times. Oh, it's that fucking Microsoft shit.
Yeah.
So apparently, and it affected Venmo, it affected PayPal, which are owned by the same company. But Edge Copeland, oh god, this pisses me.
What happened here, man?
This man. Now, Edge Copeland, I expect you to honor your goddamn word. What the fuck? We're gonna learn how good people can work right now, Bob. Edge,
Jesus.
I expected you to honor your fucking word. We're going R-rated here, Bob. Now you heard me.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You saw it
language
in
order.
here. Yeah, language one. You saw him say, Kenny, I'll match $60 tonight. Well, we had $28 in the house. And I said, oh, we count that? Did we get that 20? Oh, no, fuck that 28, what he said.
Rewind?
He didn't say it like that. I did. No, starting now. Starting now.
$60 in the next 3 minutes.
So that
was it.
28 did
22
count.
minutes ago.
Yeah, and there it is. We got it in writing. Well, I want you to know, he didn't honor it. There it is. You see it? Can you read it to me, Bob?
If we get $60 in the next 30 minutes, I will also donate $60.
Oh,
that was
time limit.
20
I forgot
minutes
about-
ago.
So I thought, so we're within
120?
the time limit, correct? Still within the time limit. So he says if we get, so 50 from Jazzy Jana, 30 from
30
Michigan
from
Mike. How much is that, Bob? I went to Old County.
$80.
That's 80. Now, I was in a county yesterday where 50 and 30 would have been struggling for a lot of those people. Especially when I met at my brother's house. Oh, my God.
13,000.
Tell him I hope you're watching. When we left his house, I kept calling him because I wanted to talk to him about a visitor he had. He wouldn't answer because the visitor was there. But let's put it this way. When this visitor came to his house, me and my son looked at each other and we both thought of the same thing. He says, Dad, are you thinking of the movie Blazing Saddles? I said, I am. And he says, I'm going to get to the point. Just hang in there, Edge, because you've already violated.
Still pussy.
He's already violated his word. He said he made a challenge and he didn't honor it. And I'm about to point it out in a second. But I got to get. So this guy shows up at my brother's house out in
This is
Carroll
really
County.
cringe shit from bowling,
And my
man.
son says, Dad, you remember the movie Blazing Saddles, right? And I said, I remember in Blazing Saddles there was a man named Gabby Hayes who clearly stated in frontier gibberish. This guy comes up, he must talk to us for 15 minutes. My brother understood every word he said. Me and my son looked, and he kept talking to me and asking me questions and telling me shit. And he said, me and my son looked, and now we just start, you know how it is, you just start going along with it. Yeah, okay. And then you just say okay. You don't know what he's saying. And he's in his mid-30s, but apparently he's got a crack addiction that I wasn't aware of. So my brother will not answer the phone after we left because I want to see if he knew why we brought up Blazing Saddles. And Gabby Hayes here clearly stated in frontier gibberish because he kept saying, the sheriff is an N-word. But he kept,
So this never
noise
happened.
in the town kept drowning out.
This never happened.
My brother wouldn't answer the phone because the guy was still there and he knew we were going to talk about the communication skills of said person. So Adam did not honor his word. He wants me to get to the goddamn point. He said he was going to match the donation. Kenny, I will match it. You saw it. He didn't. You know what he did? He sent $100. Woo! Woo! 100.
Yay, Adam.
He did not. He did 40 more than he said he was going to do. I did ramble on.
Bowling, you are a sick fuck.
Not quite as much as Trump did at the Republican convention because we ain't been on that long. We ain't been on
I don't,
Iron Circuit.
Adam, I don't know what got into your contact information, so yeah, we'll be happy to chat with you after the show. reach out to me either on Facebook.
Why would you want to talk to these guys?
What does Adam do?
What are you going to talk to them about?
Talk to him about consumer.
Your bowling tell you a bunch of
He wants to talk to
lies?
you?
He has a few questions, probably about CrowdStrike, or maybe something else. Maybe about my Jamie Benn t-shirt jersey. Maybe about how I don't do construction work. This is why I was late on it, because my brother and I put up installation in our patio, and
Oh,
I was reminded as to why I don't do construction.
you must have heard about my electric bill. You're putting up insulation.
Yeah, we were like, anything, you gotta put it up.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will keep Kenny's building.
I felt bad for those because, unlike
I
Mike,
know.
this-
The unhelpful. I know. I get it, man. I get it. So the rated R superstar, and there it is right there. And I yelled at Adam the other day because he came in and I saw y'all talking politics, and I went, well, bring. Anytime you
Change
see
the
a
subject.
change the subject. Just come in here, ask a question, and especially if there's even a little bit of a donation attached to it, we'll change the goddamn subject. We went to the but no, Adam.
A
and-
donation
and
attached.
Bailed us out.
Wow.
We really needed some help. And between you and Jazzy Jana, Michigan Mike, Paul RJ, and Daniel Lemley, and I think that's all we got so far. We got a lot of kids needing help. Eunice's family needed 50 kilograms of rice. Number one, there's a lot of kids in that family. They're also basically adopted Shasha.
Shasha.
They don't want her to go back. She does not want to go back to her father. Anytime a young kid does not want to go back to their father, that is a concern for me. And she
Red
hasn't
flag.
told us anything. It's a red flag. When and she just turned 18. This is her senior year. Eunice will not graduate till she's 19. She had to skip a year due to family bullshit.
Oh.
Yes,
stalking.
that's true. That's true.
Or,
A little donation, you keep screaming for more no matter what.
Super Senior
Oh, yeah,
Eunice.
I do that.
Well, you know what we'd say? If every one of our
she's Billy
subscribers
Madison,
gave
yo.
$1, we
Yeah.
wouldn't ask for anything.
You wouldn't have to ask for a fucking penny if every subscriber just did $1 a month. We would be more than equipped to handle all the needs of the people in here. And even I would have, I wouldn't be bitching as much about my 300 subs.
Quarter of them, if a quarter of them
A quarter.
bought the lowest membership that we have, $3.
Never have to ask for a penny. Never have to ask for a penny.
I mean, we could if y'all wanted us to, just to kind of keep up.
I did get me 8 new bottles. I caught those on sale. These are 24-ounce bottles, not 20. I'm trying to drink more. I'm about, well, due to the surgery I might be having, like I said, I'll know more on Thursday. And like I said, guys, I mean, it's something to think about. And I had the discussion out at Two Rivers restaurant yesterday, and oh, what a wonderful meal out there. Wonderful. I'd like to say wonderful people. And here's a little story about that. You're welcome, Ruby. And I'll try and get you a little bit more help.
That sounds like a fighter jet.
Got a lot of people needing help. You're
That is a
as
fighter
Bob
jet.
said about Jelly Bean's my project. You and Eunice are my project.
Projects.
Unfortunately, Vanessa, we have always tried to keep above water. We've tried to help her with her internet. We've tried to help with so many things. This one is out of our control. We cannot, even if somebody come in here and donated $400 tonight, unless they said, give this to Vanessa, and this was their wishes, I think they would say, Kenny, feed as many families as you can. Get as many school supplies as you can. And I hate what they do to these kids in these schools. They put them in these situations with the uniforms and the backpacks and the shit they know they can't afford, and school fees. You know, but the government don't give me help. I've been
I don't know how damn long, so I don't know what the money's going towards. Oh, never mind. Bowling got to pay travel expenses and food. Right? I mean, that Jack in the Box has gotten expensive.
Yeah, the Jack in the Box fund needs to be built up a little further, no doubt. I did request $17
Owes the mafia.
for my McDonald's combo meal, and my son's was a little cheap.
The fans
My
just threw
son-
you aside.
Yeah,
He said,
and the
"No,
fans
Lord."
threw me aside. No one offered. Now, Jazzy Jana covered my Jack in the Box months ago. Covered my Jack in the Box. Now, Good Chris occasionally says, Kenny, you know, do something for yourself. Now, Bad Adam has never ever said that. Bad Adam has never ever said, Kenny, do something for yourself. He's never said that.
There's the Caesars.
One time said, Kenny, if you do anything for yourself, I'll horrible for it. I can't
Yeah, so I didn't do anything for myself. I knew better.
That is off the value menu, Adam.
That was off the value menu. That was the new smoky double.
Like I said, Bowen,
and
put me on the phone with the hospital
and
that's
it's
holding
taken
Vanessa's
what
father
they want.
hostage,
We've gotten all
and
that
I'll pay the
bad.
400 myself.
Neither of us got the news we wanted. And he says, Dad, where you want
And you know what, Bowen? Just 'cause I'm a nice guy.
Smoky barbecue.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If I'm going to die, I'm going down.
I'll throw in an extra 200 for you, Bowen.
And so we
So
pulled
400 to the hospital and 200 to you.
Single version.
Just 'cause I'm a nice
of the
guy.
Smoky barbecue. It's basically a
Let me know,
pepperoni
Bowen.
cheese with
I have no
bacon,
idea, Gonzo.
barbecue sauce, more or less what it is.
Sorry, brother.
And so the single version of it was 9 something, or you can get the double version for 10 something. I said, well, fuck, I'll pay $1 more and I'll get the double quarter, double the meat,
Get another quarter pound of meat.
and I'm going to eat half of it now, and I'll eat the other half for dinner later tonight, which is exactly what I did.
So you actually had a quarter pounder
No, he didn't.
both times.
And another quarter pounder a little bit later. So
No,
I
he
had
didn't.
a half pound. Just took me a couple of meals to do it. And it came with a large fry and a large drink. My son, we had a $3 app for him to get some $3 chicken nuggets. And then his drink. But the whole bill comes.
Right, Pooch?
Out of the kindness of my own heart, the meal was on me because, oh, I know. That's what friends do. There have been. I'll tell you what me and my son do. And
Right.
I'll bring it up. But when we see restaurants mistreating homeless people, and I have seen it in a lot of restaurants. I'm not going to
Restaurants mistreating homeless
McDonald's
people.
has been one. I guess I am. Not that particular McDonald's. Not that one, but another one on Hurstbourne Lane. There was a Burger King on Shelbyville Road.
Listen to the way this guy
Taco
eats,
Bell on
man.
Shelbyville Road. We have seen to be very insulting and rude to homeless people.
Well,
So
no,
when they
and I'm not going to
hang on,
defend that.
hear me out. Hear me out. Let me finish my story, then I'm going to turn you loose. So
No,
we
you're
saw him out
not.
there, and the guy
You just interrupt him
trying
as soon
to
as he
pay for
starts
his
talking.
and his meal was like $7.
Fucking
He
liar.
had 3 in chairs. And he's, can you help me out? I'm really hungry. And no, you need to get out of here. Me and my son are looking around. God damn, they got all that fucking food back there. They're gonna throw away. They got all kinds of shit stacked up.
They don't throw anything away, Bolin.
And it says no. You don't have the money. You need.
These fast food franchises are operator owned, okay? They're not corporate. They buy what they can sell. They don't just overstock and then throw shit away at the end of the day, Bolin. You sound like a fucking moron. Why do you think everybody's as stupid as you?
Need to go. So, my son walked up there and said, no, he ain't going anywhere. He's with us. He's with us. His meal's on us. Give him what he wants.
Never happened.
And the guy said, can I have...
Never happened.
He said, can I have it? Yeah. Whatever you want.
100% never happened.
And you're sitting with us. So, we didn't know who the fuck he was. He was some...
Never happened.
Oh, it turned out he was a wrestling fan. But he thought Jerry Lawler died 20 years ago.
Of course he was a wrestling fan.
And he saw... I was wearing...
He knew me from OVW.
So that was the end of it.
Like they all do.
Yeah, he said, fuck it, I don't
Isn't that crazy, Bob?
And but he said
They know
did Jerry
Bolin.
Lawler die 20 years ago? Because he asked me how I got in the wrestling business. I said, well,
He
Jerry
didn't say
Lawler
that
died.
because this never happened.
And well, yeah, he died about 20 years ago. And like I said, homeless guy. I don't know when the last time was he saw TV. But they were going to throw him out. No, you're not. He's with us. Well, he ain't got no money. Yeah, he does. Whatever he wants. And we've done that a few times. And,
Oh, there you go,
I know
Pooch.
he hates
A few times.
My son is the one who'll fucking do that shit. He will not let the homeless be mistreated. And we've done it on Bardstown Road right here where we live. Watch them try to mistreat homeless. And no, not if we're in there. That fucking shit ain't happening. They will sit with us, they will eat, and we'll pay for it. It ain't that fucking much money in the retrospect of things. And if we got to do without, we're going to make sure they get something to eat. Because we can eat when we go home. You know, if we ain't got enough cash on us or enough on the old debit card, they're going to eat.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if they're eating.
That was good shit,
We know
Poochie.
these people are out collecting money to go to the liquor
Well, they were
store, that's one.
inserting him in
But
Cena
when they're in
segments from
McDonald's,
OVW
food.
into SmackDown
Pulling out
episodes.
what money they've got and laying it on the goddamn counter.
Bro.
Where's the fucking
Curry steps back. Bang!
Bolin was sharpshooting on that one.
oh, if we do that for one, we got to do it for everybody.
That's
Guess
hilarious.
what? From all the homeless that go up and down the street, and you don't have to do it for everybody because they're the only homeless person in there. Well, they'll go tell somebody.
They'll go tell
So I
somebody.
kind of see what they're saying, but you got to do something. You got to have some fucking compassion.
That's hilarious.
You know.
That's fucking
You were gonna
hilarious.
say, Bob, but I wanted to get that whole story.
Right. So, and I don't condone the rudeness, that's it. But a lot of times, the homeless will come in. They'll use the restrooms.
Yeah.
They'll do drugs in the
Not buy
restrooms.
anything because they don't have any money.
Right.
Right.
They ain't
And
gonna
so the restaurant workers, they see this happen over and over and over again. There's gonna, obviously it's just human reaction. You'll be a little resentful of you keep coming use our bathroom. You probably don't smell very well.
The Popeyes that's on my show right now, they're very strict about the homeless coming in using their bathroom. You got to buy something to use the bathroom. They're very strict about it. And they're not shy about it either. Not much we can do about that. But
Not much we can do about that. Holy shit.
Chris goes up. I can use the bathroom, right? What's the code? They gave Chris the code. It was 4161, whatever it was. Chris walks over, punches the code. There you go. They were furious.
Never happened.
There you go.
Well, and
Never happened.
so like,
Goddamn bathroom.
right. So if I'm buying food for somebody, and like you guys have done, you buy them something. I've been in a grocery store. I've come out of a grocery store, and yes, you see these big guys
Why don't I have
out
any?
there begging. And typically, I'm like, all right, you want some food, and I'll buy you food. I'd rather buy you food than give you
buy
money.
you food.
Uh,
And Pasta Tart's right. Pasta Tart's right. I've heard of it too.
it's
And I would
Yeah,
quit.
there
I
we
would
go.
quit doing business with any store that did that. I've heard of it. And no, I would quit doing business with them. I mean, because here's going to be my, because Bob's making his point. Here's my point. They're doing what we do. If we were in, is when I talk about the border, they're only doing what the fuck we would do. And it was brought up by people smarter than me this week. You want to solve the economic crisis in America? Open those goddamn borders up.
Ha!
But anybody, there's
Wow.
60 million jobs. I've heard between 40 million and 60 million
Wow.
that we can't
Open
fill.
those borders up.
We can't fill it because nobody here wants to fucking do it. Oh, the people that you're letting into this country, they're all criminals.
Right, Gonzo?
No, they're not.
Almost like it never
They're
happened.
criminals. We commit crime probably at a 20 to 30% higher rate than foreigners do. The last thing they want to do
Wow,
once
what?
they
He
get
just-
here, oh, they're coming over here
He
to
just
vote.
pulls numbers out of
Oh,
his
yeah.
ass.
That is the dumbest motherfucking thing ever. You got over here, the poll watching, all the Republicans, watch the poll. If you see something suspicious, where are you not going to go if you're here and you don't want to get? And now that they're putting out, we're going to herd up 20 million migrants. Factor in that cost. The cost of herding them up, the cost of detaining them, the cost of transporting them.
Worth
you
it.
want to talk about an economic crisis?
That's called law
We're telling
enforcement,
you
Bolin.
$12 what you want to hear. Now factor in what that's going to cost.
You dumbass.
Even if you did it. And now migrants that are here, they're going on the news saying, yeah, I've worked in 8 different states. I go state to state just looking for whatever work I can get. Now we're terrified what they're going to do to us. They're going to put us in these fucking camps like another country used to do with people they didn't like. They're going to put us in these fucking camps. God knows what the fuck's going to happen to us. They're going to separate us from our fucking families. So we're just going to work and we're going to go home. We're not going to put ourselves out there. My daughter-in-law was in the same boat. She was in this country married to my son for 7 years.
My daughter-in-law.
And Trump was in office trying to round up every fucking migrant he could get because technically Maya was an illegal immigrant. Even though she was married to Chris, paperwork wasn't done.
This never happened.
Yeah, overstayed her visa and her immigration.
They're good,
attorney
Poochie.
died
I got
in the
'em covered.
process, And the paperwork died with her. They had to start all fucking over and do it again. I don't like people who use money to buy alcohol and sell food. Well,
That's
no,
why I
that's,
don't give them money. I'll be happy.
I
to
go,
buy
dr-
you
I go
a
drink,
bag
I go
of
drinking, I go drinking with them. All right, well, let's go get a fucking beer then. Fuck. Let's go get liquored up, me and you.
Never happened.
No, but there is one time I gave money to somebody that doesn't. You know why? Honesty. We're coming down.
I told you I'm going to use it for booze.
Yeah. No, he's standing on the street corner. He's got, I need money for beer. I said, Chris. Chris was driving.
Not shocked.
I said, I couldn't roll my window down. My window wouldn't work. Roll the window down. What are you going to do? I said, you're about to see. Bro, one day I waved the guy over. I gave him $5. I said, drink one on me, buddy.
Never happened.
Go get you. I need money for beer. I appreciated his fucking honesty.
Never happened.
I've
He
seen,
didn't say I want money for food and then go to the liquor store.
I've
He
seen
told you
kids-
what he was going to do with it.
I've seen kids on street corners sometimes have signs that need money for prom. Sure. What the hell?
They're fucked. They ain't getting no prom money out of me. So, what was Foster Star trying to say?
Yeah, they're not getting any prom money out of bowling unless they live in the Philippines.
So happy. They get mad.
Gotcha.
Some of them are. My local McDonald's here matches what we buy. Let's say we go in there and we buy.
That's really interesting, Gonzo.
For 100, and we've done both. And I don't talk so much about what we do for the local homeless here because I try to focus on our Filipino.
What we
fans.
do for the
We know
local.
So many more people for so much less money. 100 hamburgers is a lot of money these days. But
What we do
McDonald's
for the
is not
local
enough.
homeless.
Not
This guy's for real.
Do they match the $100? A lot of us miss Roman. It'll be an exciting day when he comes back for everybody. But he's coming back as baby face. And what's that?
I think he'll be back at SummerSlam.
That
I think
seems
he
to
makes
be
a
about
surprise
right. Well, it ain't gonna be a surprise with everybody.
Well, I mean, it's like unannounced.
The surprise is if he doesn't come. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
a
an
surprise.
unannounced.
So what McDonald's does for us, and I don't know if the new regime does this or not. There's new management, and we haven't done it since the new regime came in. The old regime, we go over and buy 100 hamburgers. They give us another 100. Well, goddamn, you're gonna help 100 people get a hamburger. Here, now they get 2. We'll match it. You know what else they do? They match it with 100 bottles of water. Because water fucking costs money too. And that was during COVID, and they wouldn't let them fucking drink out of the fountains. They wouldn't let them go in places and drink, so they didn't have no fucking water. So and what happens when we go there? The police show up.
They matched us burger for burger. And then the cops showed up and told us, 12 told us to fuck off.
And
Holy
I
shit.
can tell you what my son said, what Maya said. And then I just sat there, I just do what they do. I just do what they do. And we just kept handing out the food. And we tell the officer, what would you do? They're fucking hungry, and we're here to feed them.
Well, and like cities.
Why don't you go lock up a real fucking person? Why don't you do that?
It's like cities that pass ordinances that don't allow you to give out food to homeless people. Republican and the Republican legislatures have done this. That pass
Oh, yeah.
laws that prevent you from handing out water to people who are standing in line for vote.
You ever watch Larry David? You ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm? Watch the final season. The whole season is about what Larry did in Atlanta. Ted Danson there as himself protesting, wanting those motherfuckers to get water. Larry David hands out water to a black a black voter, and he gets arrested. And the whole season is the court process. So, and I love Larry David. To me, it's a very funny show. It's the last time you get to see Richard, the comedian that died recently. The guy that was always in agony and this life was a bitch. Richard, not Richard Belzer. That's
Not
another,
Richard Newhart.
Not Bob Newhart, wasn't him. I'll give you some money if you need it for Bob. Well, Billy, you don't get your check until the first of the month. No, you just save your money. till
Wow,
you get your check.
Billy.
Yeah, no, you save your money till you get your check, and then if you want to make a pledge or a donation, then Richard Lewis. There you go. Thank you, Jazzy Janet. And I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. And one of the funnier episodes ever. You probably have to Google it to find it. Is Timothy Oliphant on there? It is a funny fucking episode. He's not on there as Raylan Givens. He's on there as Timothy Oliphant. And as you know, Ted Danson's on there with his wife, who also starred on Justified. She played a bad girl in season 6, and a great fucking heel. I can't think of his wife's name, but she was a great fucking heel in season 6. And I've been hearing great reviews about The Boys.
Mary Steenburgen.
That seems like a show you'd like. You've been watching The Boys?
I watched the first season of The Boys.
I watched quite a bit of first season, but I've jumped to season 4 for a reason, which is not normally the way to do it. Negan's on The Boys, and they said that Republicans thought The Boys was a pro-Republican show, and apparently season 4 says, nah, mama, nah, no, we're not.
Yeah,
So,
I think I watched the first 2 seasons of it, and I just
Did you watch
never
two?
haven't picked it back up. and not because
Yeah,
they
and
don't
that
like
was
it.
kind of me. It wasn't that I
Yeah,
didn't
the
like it.
the $5,000 donation, Gonzo. You know something interesting? I'm reading about What About Bob right now, and there were production difficulties. Murray and Dreyfuss have stated in separate interviews that they did not get along with each other during filming. Interesting. So it's kind of like they were method acting their actual real life relationship. Here's a quote from Bill Murray. It's entertaining. Everybody knows somebody like that Bob guy. Richard Dreyfuss and I didn't get along on the movie particularly, but it worked for the movie. I mean, I drove him nuts, and he encouraged me to drive him nuts. Richard Dreyfuss called it a terribly unpleasant experience. We didn't get along, me and Bill Murray. But I've got to give it to him. I don't like him, but he makes me laugh even now. I'm also jealous that he's a better golfer than I am. Dr. Leo Marvin! Dreyfuss described Murray as an Irish drunken bully. Dreyfuss has since said that while the two have not crossed paths, he forgives Murray. That was in 2023. That was last year. So they still don't get along. That kind of makes me sad. All right, let's get back to bowling.
On, it's hard to. Oh yeah, that's all you know.
I'm back in. I'm back in. But season 4 has got my boy Negan, and Negan is Negan. He's the same character in every fucking show he's in. You know. Oh, and by the way, if you want to laugh your ass off, we're out in Carroll County yesterday, and me and my son are jamming to the tunes, and he likes rap music, and I like, you know, not like a lot of his music. And he said, well, what song would you like to hear that you love?
Look at this
Party
descent.
Train. You down for a little Gap band? He's fuck yeah, I'm down for some Gap band. So we play Party Train, and we crank that motherfucker up. I said, please God, when we get to the restaurant, let's have fucking Party Train cranked up. I'm gonna see if y'all hear it. I don't know if we're gonna get a strike or not, Bob. Is it worth trying? The Party Train. And tell me how clearly you hear it or don't. Computer, play Party Train by the Gap Band.
Party Train and similar songs on
Just
Amazon
play a
Music.
little bit of
Too
it.
loud. I can hear this.
It's not working, bowling, you fucking boomer.
Now I'm not.
Jesus.
I heard
I might get up on my face.
the device. Loud. But now I'm not hearing the sound.
Let me know how clear it is in the music, because on my end it's crystal clear.
Okay, just the train whistle.
Is it too loud?
No, I can barely. I heard the train whistle, but I can't really hear the music.
The music's coming. I didn't realize the train took so long.
Now I hear some drum.
Oops.
Yeah.
Bowling. It's not
See
working.
this in Carroll County with a couple of white guys.
Guy's obsessed with race, man. Couple of white guys.
Flashlight.
Who the fuck cares?
Computer. Stop. Okay, now how clear was that on your end?
It wasn't.
It would
One-
like
one
go
down.
up and down, up and down. I probably go about
Okay,
five.
that's what I was getting when I'm trying to record it. It's going through the mixer. It's going from the line out of the echo ball to the line in of my mixer. I used to be able to record these things crystal clear. I redid some buttons, and I did some test recordings. I played Horse with No Name. I love to sing Horse with No Name. And Billy's, it's a great song. So I wanted to play, and I want us to dance our way into Two Rivers. 350 old white people watching me and my son party train our way to our table. Well, if you haven't seen the video, watch the video of Party Train by the Gap Band. And then if you think that's great,
Not gonna
bring
do that,
up
Bowen.
Laurel and Hardy dancing the Party Train. You would swear to God, have you seen it?
No, but just the idea. Of
Oh
that.
my God. Oh, have you seen the one where they dance in front of a little bar and they, oh my God, just, because it's really a slow song they're dancing to. But they're dancing the Party Train. And it looks like they were dancing the Party Train. Bring it up for a minute just so you can see it.
This guy's a weirdo.
Laurel and Hardy.
Laurel
We're
and
coming into
Hardy.
Edwards Air Force Base, ladies and gentlemen.
Black and white, of course.
Dance to the Gap Band.
Can you throw it up on the goddamn screen? Can you for a few minutes? What we'll talk about. Hopefully we don't get taken down.
Let's see what we can do here.
Who likes Party Train is what I want to know. I want to hear
for a
like,
second.
love that fucking song. Adrian Reynolds got me hooked on the Gap Band. Right here you go. Yours sounds clear on your end. Here we go. We're getting it.
That's because I'm sharing it through a screen.
This is some weird shit.
This is Party Train. A Gap Band. This is a educational
coming.
program.
It's coming.
This is, of course, Gap Band with Party Train. Trying to keep the volume down.
Oh my God, these guys are fucking weirdos.
Yeah, maybe not.
I wonder how well Laurel and Hardy did. A lot of times these community videos, they fight like cats and dogs.
Billy Sellers is dancing. There you go. That's how you do it.
Billy Sellers is sending Bowen money from his fucking welfare check.
It's
Oh
only
my
a
God,
2 minute
that's
long
sick,
song.
man.
This video is
Oh, well, they got the 2-minute version of it.
You want to talk about Trump's morals, Bowen? Holy fuck.
a little patch on his pants.
Where are yours,
Look at
G?
these Cowboys out here like, what the fuck?
Nobody will ever look at you the way they look at anybody that's cool,
Yeah,
Bowen.
you're right.
You are not cool.
Party train.
Nobody cares about your party train. Nobody invites you to parties. You're a
One of the greatest
loser.
things I've ever seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Laurel and Hardy.
Fucking
Laurel and Hardy
Netflix
is
spent
what's in the
4 hours filming at your
Song's
house
not.
and didn't use 1 second of
It
it.
should be.
You are a loser.
Now,
Nobody
if you
believes
really
you.
want to
Nobody
appreciate
takes you
what the
serious.
song,
Just
find
get off the
original
internet.
video of what they were
Go
dancing to
away
in the movie.
and scam the people in
Two
Louisville and leave the
different
rest of us alone.
Two different stuff. So you don't have to do it here. We'll let the fans give it to you. They can look it up. The Party Train, I thought the real video of Party Train.
And that's
who's
a
the
shoot.
lead singer of the Gap Band. Where's the cowboy hat?
Tony Gap.
Hey, later, Gonzo.
His name isn't Tony.
I'm ending after I land here anyway, so you're good, brother.
Gonna be egg on my face if it is, but I don't think so. Lead singer of the Gap.
Just to show you that this is not the only song that has been danced to by the great Laurel and Hardy. We're going to show you.
Charlie Wilson, there you go, because we have a client store here called Charlie Wilson. Oh, you go.
Oh,
This is probably going to look pretty good.
Billie Jean.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not actually Michael Jackson's song. This is actually just Laurel and Hardy. The details.
Anytime, guys.
What up, Thomas? How you doing, brother?
Laurel and Hardy, of course, were a comic duo from the early turns. No, 20th
We're landing at Edwards Air Force Base.
in moving pictures, as they would call
Big fans of Charlie Wilson and Michael Jackson.
it. Yes.
These drink a lot better when you take the top off.
Ready to get on the ground, man.
A lot of them do.
As soon as I get on the ground, I can go to bed.
The Echo Ball.
I bet if you hear like 3 seconds of Michael Jackson on the video,
Yeah, we probably ought to
Jackson
stop. We
podcast.
probably ought to stop this one. Yeah, this is like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
like Taylor
Swift.
Swift. You gotta be a little careful.
Billie
We're
Jean,
listening to Bowling
Laurel
at
and
Thomas.
Hardy are not my love.
They're not my love either. The last donation we got, apparently, they
NBA?
all said fuck it after the big donation from Edge Copeland.
See, we
So,
just made Jana Adams played Billie Jean. for
Oh,
her.
Billie Jean. Billie Jean is just one of the great fucking songs of all time. It really is. And his performance at the
Nice.
It wasn't the Apollo.
Who you
Where-
playing
where did
as?
he do that at?
Go Warriors.
Won the BET Awards, where he made the moonwalk famous.
Where he did the moonwalk the first time.
80, probably 86. It was before Chris was born, so it was 86, I guess. And God, I forgot the show, but wasn't the Apollo? I don't think it wasn't BET. I don't think it was even the MTV Music Awards.
It was. Let's see.
But it was some type of award show, some big show. We want Jimmy.
Going right in. This is a great
Jimmy
approach.
Bangin' ain't here tonight.
Jimmy Valiant. You know what? We'd love to have Jimmy Valiant come on our show. Or
He
not
charges.
Johnny Valiant though. Johnny
Handsome Jimmy
Valiant.
apparently charged. Now, whether he charged me or not, I don't know.
No, I don't know. Now I know his kid, or I don't really know him. He's Facebook friends, Gary Valiant.
Yeah.
Who is
We are on
like-
approach.
Are you sure that's his kid?
That is his kid. He bills himself as the Boogie Woogie Boy. He's in his 50s. Okay?
He was
Do
in.
not call yourself
Now wait a minute.
Boogie Woogie Boy.
I was in Evansville. I had an autograph tape on the Boogie Woogie Boy sat across from me. I never saw one interaction between the Boogie Boy and Handsome Jimmy the entire weekend I was there. Didn't.
It's a strained relationship.
Well, or maybe they're not related. Could be that too. But no, he was at the table directly across from me, and I didn't know who he was till the final day. And then he comes over and introduces himself when.
That must be the runway right there.
And oh, you want Jimmy Uso on the show? I'm two SmackDowns behind. I'm two SmackDowns behind. Yeah, I am two SmackDowns behind. So I got to get caught up on my Dom. I'm two Dom stories behind. I'm probably gonna watch those tonight and get caught up on that. That's probably my favorite storyline going right now in wrestling is that. I heard AEW is a little better. I hear Britt Baker being back has added a little bit to the show. I have not seen them yet. I will try to make it a point to get caught up and speed through that stuff a little bit, see what's going on there. And a little cooler weather tomorrow, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, thunderstorms in low 80s to upper 70s the next 4 or 5 days. I'm trying to save on fucking air conditioning is what I'm trying to do. Because air conditioning's hot. But Party Train. So for those of you watching the show, you want to see some Party Train after the show, Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band. Watch the original video. There's a cop in it. The cop's pretty cool. And check out that. And then if you want to watch Laurel and Hardy and hear it the way it was supposed to be heard, you can do that.
Nice. It's got
What
lights.
else we got?
Thank God.
I need for Bob to calculate and see how long we're supposed to be here tonight.
Well,
we agreed to stay longer when the
you have 180, 190, 205.
So technically, how long are we supposed to be?
So that's
We
Right.
may have to owe them some minutes because I am worn out tonight. We might have to add these minutes onto another show.
We may have to add these minutes onto another show.
Who the fuck is that?
Alan Jones is AJ Styles.
Is that his real name?
Whoa, Bowen's a fucking coward.
I never knew that. You know, AJ's one of the ones I've never met. My son's met him a few times. I've never met him. My
That's
son worked on a couple
wild.
shows that AJ was on, and he worked a couple of ROH shows, but I didn't work any of those. I was at one of them backstage when me and
No, you weren't.
Jack Double Barrel Cannon were talking about changing his career, and then he got called up not long after that.
Yeah. So we actually would owe them 100 extra minutes. 130 minutes is just over 2 hours. So
Well,
we want to stay for another.
we're gonna give them an extra hour tonight. That'll take us to an hour and 35 minutes. We'll give them an extra hour tonight, and then what do we owe the people? Because I can't do 3 hours tonight because it does say it that way.
We'll
Wow,
bank that.
breaking his own rules. What a bitch.
Give them.
You were a
I
pussy,
don't think
Bone.
anybody wants Phil Brooks.
You know what though? It would be interesting to see that you had a mixed relationship.
We had good days and bad days.
I remember him
But he's
talking
lost
about
it
him,
now, so that ain't
Poochie.
Jimmy hated him when he was at OVW. That's the part I don't think he knows. Jimmy hated him, and when he stood up to Tony Atlas and was acting like he was a big deal that he had sold out. Well, I don't even know why I'm here. I've worked Madison Square Garden, and Tony Atlas said, "Yeah, did you sell?"
Oh,
out?"
that's what he was.
And
Yeah,
Tony
you're
Atlas
right.
and him
Okay.
both tried to downplay what happened that day. They're full of shit.
Yeah.
They're doing political shit. I was there to watch that whole thing, and I stayed to see that, knowing that Punk or the Majors brothers or somebody, Bob knows, Paul knows that in the show. Did you see that empty Coliseum match they had recently when they went?
That was the empty arena match.
It was
All right,
their
boys.
Super Bowl.
We're on approach.
The referees were warming up. He tried to claim it was referee warm-up time. The umpire, he didn't even call them referees; he called them umpires. I know you probably ignore all the. I know you probably ignore all the short videos I send you. Did you see the one where the others? You better quit ignoring them all, because if I send them to you, there's a purpose behind it. I want you to see them. I wouldn't send you something I wouldn't watch myself.
No, I thought you wanted Coltrane to see.
No, yes, why?
Coltrane,
Both of them.
Bob. Coltrane,
No, it's-
Bob.
where's that- where's
They
that
know,
fucker?
boss man.
He said he had to take JJ to the airport.
He's JJ's his walking fucking excuse. JJ's his AIDS. JJ's his COVID. JJ's his my right arm fell off today. Every time he's got an excuse, he throws JJ in there. It's like when I use people to get out of
She's
shit.
the crutch. Yes.
He's the crud every time.
I'm
last
sorry,
80
I wanted to
excuses.
do this, but Bob wouldn't let
But-
me.
Yeah.
I wanted to send money over, but Bob said no.
Yeah, Bob said no. I've seen 8
1,000.
excuses out of last 8 excuses I've seen. JJ's name has been attached to. Who? Who do I? Who? Can you imagine what emotional high that motherfucker's on right now? He's got his pot store opened up in New York.
Yep.
Says they're doing more business than ever before. And they think Trump's got a tampon don.
How the fuck we got traffic over here?
On the 7th day, Trump removed the tampon. Is that true? Because I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen anything to that.
Too red? We're
Well,
looking
yeah,
good.
he's giving another racist speech today up in Michigan. He said
Another
he's
racist
back to-
speech.
He's
That's
holding another
great.
Klan rally. He's doing the same shit he was
Well,
doing before.
so, and I'll say
Hi,
one
Heart
last thing.
Delos. How you doing, sweetie?
I'll say one last thing about the convention.
500.
I've never seen a more uncomfortable looking person than Melania Trump.
Oh my God! Did you see Trump? When there's my wife Melania. Did you see him smucker those lips up like he's gonna get one on the lips? And I
Yes,
sent
he's
the
like-
3 strings of it. Melania going, "No, Mama, no, you motherfucker! You ain't kissing me with those nasty lips." He leans in thinking he's gonna get one on the lips, and she's trying to milk it for the crowd, and she goes as far left as you can go, maybe even politically. She goes as far left as she can go to make sure, and she's leaning way into his ears, basically telling him, "Don't you dare fucking kiss me, you
100.
motherfucker." They all begged her. What is Adam doing?
He's just gone.
30.
too long.
He's just
Over
gone
20.
total. He's
I-
drinking. He's drinking.
He's visiting Donald Trump.
That's why we got the $100 donation, and I
He's
just look it up.
visiting-
Look at that, Gonzo.
He's visiting Donald Flowers. Yeah, we used to get good donations.
Hell yeah.
when he was
Center
drunk.
line.
We always promoted him to drink before the show. I guess he quit drinking because he hadn't donated in it.
Welcome to Edwards Air Force Base.
A long time.
The space shuttle used to land here.
Tampon Don, he was, and every doctor that's been watching and evaluating these shows, he said there's no way that you need a bandage that big, and if you did, you wouldn't wear it that way. And then these fucking puppet masters out there, puppeteers, I should say, wearing that fucking bandage under. They ripped me off, Bob. I was the first to do it. Only I used duct tape. And I was making fun of the clown, and they're worshiping the clown. And I still think there's something too. He never got hit by a bullet. They won't release the medical records. Nobody went down behind the path of the bullet. Nobody went down. Nobody died. Nobody was even nicked. I think the eyewitness testimony, who by the way has disappeared. She claimed there was another person that was a shooter in a water tower. She was telling her story for 3 fucking days as a front row eyewitness. Yeah, they got away. Well, that don't look good for Secret Service. Oh, they said the Secret Service is going to try something new, looking for armed people at rally events. He was all over.
Why is there an Air Canada jet at Edwards Air Force Base?
So we're going to try something new. We're going to look for the armed people.
What the hell?
The ones that have guns on a roof. We're going to focus on those guys. They could be up to no good. So I think there's something to because they said the glass from the teleprompter is what got his ear, not a bullet.
I didn't see
Nobody went there because the bullet got his ear. That bullet had to hit somebody. There were no gaps. When I see Melania, I always blink twice. Yeah, they said insiders that everybody tried to beg her to speak. You got to speak. You will put us over the top if you speak. They said that when she put out the message about Trump getting shot, she didn't even do it. It was AI generated. I said someone else wrote it for her. I didn't go AI. I said somebody else wrote it for her. And no, well, I guess technically they did. She apparently had an AI generated response to old Donnie Boy getting shot, or shot at, I should say. But I think there's something to the glass hitting his ear. We want Jay. He's drinking. He's out grilling out food, liquored up, eating barbecue. What he's doing. But shout out to my good friends at Two Rivers. We had a wonderful time. This is how bad it got, Bob. Have we given them? We haven't got. We're going to go to the 1 hour 35 minutes, and then we're going to owe you some time.
We owe you 40 minutes.
Yeah, we'll owe you 40 minutes is what we'll owe. So I'm at the restaurant, and I'm thinking that we are pissing off so many people that they keep rotating waitresses because one waitress will wait on us, and they're all Trumpers. Die-hard, uneducated, Nimrod, IQ somewhere in the 50s or 60s, graduation grade point level, approximately 8th grade. Not my good friends at Two Rivers, of course. The fan base that keeps coming to my table. And because I'm kind of a big deal out. Not a lot
kind of a
stars
big deal
like
out
me.
there.
You know what? Though I heard that you got. This is a little bit of an off topic here, but I heard that you got disrespected by your high school.
I did. Very
That's
much.
the story for next Tuesday.
We could basically they chose someone else to be the Grand Marshal of Oldham County Day. I lived at 117 West Main Street. I lived at 117 East Main Street for a combined 14 fucking years at these two addresses. I own Main Street. The parade goes right down Main Street.
I both past houses.
I don't think I'm covering.
I've noticed
ground
that,
here in
Poochie.
saying that I am the biggest star ever in the history of LaGrange. I'm the biggest TV star. I'm the biggest movie star. I'm the biggest podcast star. I am literally the biggest star because I've been a star everywhere from 589 to my current that. And they took a hamburger flipping woman named Liska Riley who runs Burger Queen, it used to be, and then it was Dairy Queen, and maybe it's Drug. I don't know what it is now. I think it's Dairy Queen.
And she doesn't even work there anymore.
No, she does not work there anymore. She's retired.
She had 12 strokes. I mean, one should disqualify her.
You read more than I read.
No, I read the article about why do
She's
you
had
want
strokes?
this woman over kids? She's had 12 strokes.
So really? Oh, I didn't read that. Now I'm kind of feeling bad.
Well, no, but if she's
Maybe,
had 12
maybe,
strokes,
maybe say
she might have another one right in the middle of the parade.
Could have one during the parade. Maybe they should have made me the Grand Marshal and then say, hey, man, you know, I'm going to live to be another 30, 40 years if I listen to my
Literally, Adam, 12 strokes.
No, apparently I didn't read the articles. It was a lot of small type.
Well,
So you read the article. Well, you were probably as offended as I was to see Grand Marshal of Oldham County Day and my name wasn't at the top of the ticket.
Wasn't even an
How
alternate.
am I not the goddamn Grand Marshal? Now, let's face it, 70 to 80% Oldham County are
All right, Pooch. I'm gonna end it there, brother.